you've got a visit coming up, or even worse, your boss has a visit and you don't know anything about the person that you're going to be meeting. Where do you even start? Maybe your shop is not large enough to have actual full-time paid researchers on staff. How do you do your own donor research? Well, I'm going to give you an easy 4-step process for finding out what you need to know so that you don't go into a meeting blind and cold. Okay? First of all, you're going to research in your own database. Okay. So you need to be looking at their complete gift history. You need to read any notes that are in the system on the gifts and on the constituent record. You need to read about their spouse, about any family members. You need to read anyone that they have known connections to. You need to be looking at everything that are earlier actions made on this record, describing previous meetings with this prospect. If there's not a lot there, then now you know that you're working with a little bit of a clean slate. If you're working for an educational institution like I work for, you're going to be looking at their education history. What was their major? Did they have any connections with certain faculty members? What was their program? Do you have information about their current employment in your database? How accurate is that? How old is it? So you want to do any research that you can within your own system first. Then from there, Google their name. Yes, sometimes it's just that easy. I've done this and learned a lot of important information about donors that I'm going to meet with that have allowed me to make connections because of some of the other organizations that they are known to support, or articles that have been written about them and their own accomplishments, right? So make sure that you Google and that you have access to any of the publicly available information about the prospect that you're going to be meeting. Read every article that you can because you'll find interesting and surprising details, which are always great. So even if you don't bring these up in the meeting, it's informing the picture that you are building of this person and helping you to understand whether they have affinity, propensity to give, and capacity. So they have to have affinity for your cause. So you're looking for whether they support organizations with like values. Propensity to give. Are they a giver in general? Do they serve on other boards? Do they give of their time and talent as well as their treasure? And 3, their capacity. So it's giving you a sensibility for what are they known for? What kind of business are they in? And what kind of salaries or earnings is that commensurate with? And then as you are researching them, pay attention to things like family, work, and the causes that they support. And this might seem obviously work and the causes begins to inform affinity, propensity, and capacity, but family does too, because if they have children going into college, if they have children who are all getting married, if they have other things that are buying their attention right now and their funds, then you're going to have a few years before they're at the point in their life cycle that they're really ready to give a large gift. So that's one thing, but it also affects things like planned giving. So they're probably not going to be quite as likely to make you a multi-million-dollar planned gift if they have 7, 8, 9 kids that they're going to be leaving an inheritance to. These are things that can guide your analysis of how to make a proposal to this prospect. So you're, again, to recap, you're going to start in your own database and you're going to read everything you can find and absorb that information. You're going to Google them and read every article that you can find that mentions them or profiles them or that they wrote themselves. And then you're going to pay special attention to finding out what their family structure is like, who they work for and how they make their money, and what kind of causes do they support. And that is with not just money, but also their time and attention. So happy researching, and comment if you've had a great experience with donor research, if I'm missing something in particular, and follow for more tips to raise money daily.